Self-sabotage. It's a behavior directed at yourself that creates problems in your daily life and interferes with your long-standing goals. Now this might sound familiar, because self-sabotaging ourselves isn't just an us problem. In fact, every single person does this at some stage. It's where we deliberately destroy, damage, or obstruct ourselves from achieving what we want to achieve. And that's a dangerous place to be, because you're setting yourself up for failure. So here's just a few examples of self-sabotaging yourself. Saying the words, "I don't deserve this," or even questioning whether you deserve it. Or perhaps you're one of those people who say you can't control this, or you can't do this. Sound familiar? Now there are loads of these, and I could go on forever, but the key of this video is to teach you how to stop self-sabotaging yourself. Now the first comes with understanding. We need to understand why we self-sabotage, otherwise we're always going to continuously be lost and not really find a way out of this dark hole. So if you need to read, or if you need to listen to more Find Your Voice episodes, or just educate yourself into understanding what self-sabotage actually is, then please do that. Please take 5, 10, even 30 minutes if you need to understand the concept, because only when you understand the concept can you then identify the root cause. You see, you're going to recognize, like many other people, maybe you have unhealthy ways of dealing with stress. Maybe you make commitments but then you never really follow through. Procrastination, for example. Or you lack a self-care routine where you don't really value yourself as much as maybe you're valuing other people. This is a dangerous place. Now these are all important symptoms that you may be doing to really self-sabotage your life, your happiness and levels of fulfillment. And it can also be linked to self-worth. You know, the feeling of you just don't deserve success, or the feeling of inadequacy. So now we've understood it and we've identified the root cause. Next up, we have to change our pattern of behavior. So effectively, new habits. Because what we're doing right now isn't serving us. We are not achieving what we need to achieve, because somewhere along the line, somewhere in our thoughts, somewhere in our actions, we are self-sabotaging ourselves. Now this may come through just your thoughts, your negative thinking, the can'ts in your life, or it may even be the people. But let's just park the people for a moment, and let's actually stick to thoughts for this video and the words that you use. You see, words are so important, especially the words we say to ourselves. So often, if you're self-sabotaging yourself, you're releasing non-serving, non-encouraging, and non-empowering words. The worst type of words, if you ask me. And then, as a result of that, our thoughts play tricks on us and impact our mood. Our thoughts are so important, so we need to encourage good ones, or at the very least, recognize and silence the bad ones. Once you do that, I encourage you to create new ones, empowering ones and serving ones. Plus, a bonus of that is, when you start to see yourself in a better light and speak to yourself better, it will also change the way others speak to you too. So a very quick way of doing this is to list your wins. I need you to think about listing all of the things that are great about you, such as your loyalty perhaps, your sense of humor, your resilience, your perseverance, your kindness. There are so many things that we need to recognize about ourselves to really lift our own self-esteem and recognize that actually we are worthy of success, and we shouldn't be self-sabotaging the things that we truly want to achieve in our life. And the next step is probably the most important, because this takes a bit of courage, but I know you're courageous and I know you can do this, is we need to affirm this consistently. And I'd start by obviously affirming it with yourself, but if you need to tell the world how wonderful you are, then please do that. Please do blow your own trumpet and affirm this over and over again, because this in turn, over time, will change your internal dialogue, and the can'ts will become can't yets, which is very important. And the reason I did this video is because I think it's really important that we don't stand in the way of finding our own voice, and that we move forward in life without being our own worst enemies. You see, life is going to throw its own curveballs at you, so the last thing we want to do is self-sabotage ourselves. We need to become best friends with ourselves. So as always, people, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribed to this video and you smash that thumbs up, and comment down below if you're guilty of this, or if you have any more tips that maybe I could do a video on in the future. And of course, do not forget to check our sponsors down below, Health Excel, who sponsored this video and are doing incredible things. So until next time, thanks for listening.